I'll get to that in a minute. First off, let me start off by saying that I would really like to do these, make little videos here, step by step, while I'm doing the work on this truck. But if you noticed, in one of my videos, I think it was the second to last one, there was just some black spots in the video. They just black out. And what that is when I do try to do short videos or pieces, my phone is struggling to back it up in the cloud. And it doesn't work good because I'm out in the goddamn middle of nowhere. And then when I go inside, I get Wi-Fi and then it does it. So what I'll do is try to make one long video, edit out the bullshit, and as soon as I stop this video, I'll run to the house and let it back up with the Wi-Fi, and then that way everything comes out better. Regardless, the crops are in. Wheat harvest is over. Pretty good harvest. Had a couple tires get damaged and a chain link break, but other than that, not much. So anyway, today, we finished Thursday. So I spent, we had to do some shit Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, punishing my liver as best as I could. So during harvest, the radiator and some hood hinges came in. I'm still not completely ready to go. And I wanted to make a video of this thing running for like a long period of time. Today I had it running for about damn near half an hour. And, oh, this is just me being stupid. I should have changed all the heater hoses before I tried anything. But after about half an hour of it running, where the hell is that hose? What are these sons of bitches? Right here. That's how bad it split. Built up heat. Built up pressure. Split this son of a bitch, and I was watching it while I was running, and I noticed it was leaking a little bit. Well, then I got to cutting the goddamn hoses off, and I wasn't paying attention to where I had to cut them because the clamps were froze. I've been on there so long. I wasn't paying attention to where they were, so I got to go inside later and reroute this son of a bitch, or figure out online which hose goes where. I got a pretty good idea, but I want to make double sure. How's that for perfume on a pig, huh? Brand new radiator. Not sure if the temperature gauge works. It basically said it got up to 120. Does not have a thermostat on it. I'm waiting for the new housing. I'm not going to even bother sandblasting this one. I'll just use some liquid gasket, made a gasket, let it run. This old girl got pretty tight, and it got pretty warm, but I don't know. To me it felt like more than 120, but who knows with no thermostat in it. And it ran pretty good. She fumes up the garage pretty good, but that's to be expected with an older vehicle, especially one that's got over 100,000 miles on it. So anyway, I ordered a thermostat gasket off of eBay. No, I couldn't find anywhere that had it. Had one around here. Just bought that, buy it now on eBay. The thermostat housing, the guy wants too much for it. Instead of doing the buy it now, I'm going to try to play the bid game and see if I can get it for $15 less than he's asking. Because it's just a little ridiculous. So that'll be, I think the auction ends in 2 days. It'll probably take another 3 or 4 days to get here. When this thing was running, what I was going to do was, I was just getting ready to pull that hitch thing off, which you'll notice is off. It's laying out there. And I was going to drive it out of here. And I was going to drain the water. What I did is I put some of that Prestone radiator flush and shit in it, because the inside of that thermostat housing is rusty. So I'm guessing the block is. I was going to knock as much out of it as I could. And I hated to run it through the brand new fucking radiator. But if I couldn't find a piece to adapt to hook the upper to the lower heater hose, and even then, running it without a radiator, I couldn't have ran it for 30 minutes. I maybe had to run it for 10 and then shut it off, and then turn it on 10 and then turn the heater on, because it wants to, go through the whole coolant system to flush all that shit. So I figured I'd just put the radiator in whatever it knocks loose. I mean, shit, it's got the flushing chemical in it, so surely it won't let it stick. That coolant you saw coming out of there, that's just a quart of that stuff and then nothing but water. So it knocked out a bunch of antifreeze that was still left in the motor and a bunch of brown shit. It definitely knocked a lot of rust loose. So what I'm going to do is tonight, well, we have some heater hose. I was going to look at how to hook the heater hoses all up, route them correctly, and then get it ready for maybe tomorrow or whenever. Flush it again, which I am going to flush it again. But pulling the hoses off, I noticed a problem with this. This is the valve that turns your heater on and off, which all that does is just route your coolant into the heater as opposed to bypassing it. Well, not only is this one rusted, it's been crimped shut for whatever reason, so I'm guessing the valve doesn't work. You know, when I was turning the heater on and off, I really couldn't tell any difference between the heat, so I think, or at least not much difference. I think this valve's stuck open. This will move, but I don't think anything in it's actually doing anything. So I'm going to see if I can buy another one of those, find somewhere that has one. Then weld a piece of steel there so I can mount a battery and just bungee cord the sumbitch down. That'll be good enough. Oh, here's the new hinges. This one didn't fit. That one fit like a glove. Just bolted right up like the stock one, and I don't know what the hell happened here. So I had to get her hot and bend it and hammer it back. And ordinarily I would have returned it and said it didn't fit. But considering this isn't exactly a show truck, I think that'll work. So when those parts come in, yeah, she should be ready to go. Thermostat will be in, new housing and gasket and blah blah blah, and the new hoses, which like I said, I got the heater hose right there, but I just can't mess with it tonight. So instead of maybe this one and one more part to the series, there's going to be a couple more parts. Let's see what else here. Yeah, I really wanted to have it running for a while, let you hear. But no, this didn't happen. Also, when it's running and the lights are off, one of the tail lights is on. And if I turn the lights on, both the tail lights come on. I don't know. The brake lights don't work. One of the headlights is real dim. I think I didn't get a good enough ground. I think that's the only issue, because I've had them both working good before. Turn signals, nothing works. The indicators on the dash doesn't work. So maybe there might be a few more parts. But she made some progress today and just about had it. My goal today was to pull it out of here, put some fuel in it, put an antifreeze in it, have that squared away, and just get it out of the way, get it out of the shop, because it's in the goddamn way when we got to work on other stuff. I was just going to pull it down into the lean-to, leave the hood off until I'm completely done with it, because it does make shit a lot easier, excuse me. And this is a little switch that controls your brake lights, and I'm guessing it's shot, or maybe it's that wire going to it, who knows. We'll worry about the semantics later. And in the fuel line, it's still leaking. I don't know whether I go with another copper one or just go to rubber like most people do. That concludes this installment.